What's going on, guys? JPS back for another video, and today we're going to be reacting to 10 things only people who lived in Germany will understand. So we're going to be getting into some of the nuances and small complexities of everyday German life that most tourists would not pick up on, but some frequent tourists may understand, hopefully. Before we get into this, guys, if you want to see this shirt and the other shirts I've been wearing in my videos, click the first link in the description. I would really appreciate it if you just took a look at the shop. Even if you don't buy anything, just take a look. It's a foot in the door salesman approach there, eh? But yeah, I would really appreciate that. And if not, no worries. But these designs are pretty cool. Maybe this guy would like them. I don't know. Pretty sure he actually played football, American football in Germany professionally, if I'm not mistaken. But this guy was an American that moved to Germany. I've reacted to some of his videos in the past, so let's see what he has for these 10 things. Here we go.
Guys, I wanted to shoot this video outside in beautiful downtown Schwäbisch Hall, but as you can see, it's raining.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, people always send me these articles and stuff about Germany or being a foreigner living in Germany or being an expat, whatever. Somebody sent me this one, and I thought it was kind of interesting. It's 10 things only those who've lived in Germany understand. So let's check out this list and probably debunk them all. Number 1, football is a religion. Oh, football? American football? Yeah, the unicorns? That is 100% true. American football is a religion.
Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB who we running with.
Just kidding. I actually haven't really experienced this that much. I've seen it off in the distance a little bit, but the fact that I live in such a small town where actually American football really is the big sport here, I don't see the crazy soccer lunatic hooligan type people that
This guy is tweaking right now. I haven't even seen it like in person, but I've seen the videos and I can attest. You are speaking from a very unique small town experience. Germany is a football country, not American football. Football. It's literally one of the hearts of football in the world. I don't know what he's talking about right now. This is some American. Yo, this guy needs to get it together.
much. I know it's out there, but I have not experienced it that much. I also think it's not that much different than the fans of like a college football team. I feel like soccer fans in Europe and in Germany have this reputation of being insane and crazy, and I don't think it's that much different than the fans of like a college football team in the South. I don't think it's that much different. I'm sure people will be mad at that. Number 2, German bread is amazing.
I do understand where he's coming from, but I think he just hasn't experienced it himself and is playing devil's advocate to get a reaction from the viewers a little bit.
2, German bread is amazing.
That is undeniably true. So good. Does the pretzel count as bread? I count it as bread.
And something about it doesn't make you fat, like American bread. It's a win-win. Number 3.
Okay.
You see how I did the 3 there? 4 p.m. means 3:55 p.m., not 4-ish. Germans are famous for their discipline and punctuality, and you need to adapt to that to make friends. Yes, I agree with this. Germany is a very punctual society. Things happen on the time that they are said that they are going to happen. And I absolutely love this because I am self-proclaimed the most punctual person in the world. I will never be late to anything ever. I've never been late to anything. I never will be late to anything. So I really like this number 3 rule. That 4 p.m. means 4 p.m. I've never been late to anything. I don't know.
Lies.
Is this a thing in Germany? To be fashionably late? In the States, you're supposed to be late to things because it's cool. It's like you couldn't.
Particularly parties and get-togethers. Someone says, pull up around 6 p.m. You're going to get there at 6:30, 7, sometimes even later. People in the United States hate when they tell you to come somewhere at a time and you come there at that exact time. It literally means come a little later, which makes 0 sense. And I've always said this and I will always repeat this. Germany's system with time and punctuality trumps everything else. This is how we should be living life. And it's very frustrating how the whole late and fashionably late thing, because what does that mean? 20 minutes late, 40 minutes late, an hour. It doesn't really like people just come whenever they come. So it's really hard to get things going and to make plans and get places on time when people operate in this way. And I am speaking from experience. This happened 2 days ago. This happens every week. So being a punctual person in the United States is like living in hell. You're always stressed, always feel like you're late because everyone else is late and it makes you late. You guys see what I'm saying?
You get there on time because you're so busy, you have other stuff to do, so you roll in. If you have an appointment or a party or something at 4 p.m., you roll in at 4:30, 4:45, maybe even 5, depending on how cool you are.
He said the exact same thing as me, guys. Oh my, I told you, this is so stupid. We all have the same thing in our head. Oh, I'll get there 30, 40 minutes late. What's the point?
Cool you are. And I hate that. I actually really like the punctuality with social situations. Number 4.
Are you good?
Germany's idea of #Sunday Fun Day. I'm sick of this one. I've made 44 and a half videos about Sundays in Germany and everyone, all Americans or foreigners being so shocked that everything's closed on Sunday. At this point, I'm pretty used to it. Now that's kind of just like the normal for me. Now it's weird to think about doing stuff on Sundays. Number 5, Sunday afternoon is reserved for coffee and cake. The British have their tea time. The Germans celebrate their coffee and cake tradition, especially on weekends. Sunday afternoons between 2 to 3 p.m. is the perfect time to sit together and enjoy a cup of coffee and a piece of homemade cake. I don't think I've experienced this.
Is that true, guys? I've never heard about that. We know the Brits like their tea and tea time, yeah, which is coffee. But like, Also, like, I haven't really. Do Germans like coffee? Yeah, they do. They like coffee, yeah. But it's not like a integral part of German life. Coffee? I don't know. Let me know about this Sunday afternoon coffee thing, though, guys. I've never heard of that before. But yeah, I mean, you're sat inside. What else are you gonna do? Can't go to the shops. You can't mow the lawn. Can't play the instrument. Can't make any noise. Shh. As soon as you open your mouth on Sunday, your neighbors, shut them. Germans are different. Oh my God.
For coffee and cake on Sunday at 2 to 3 p.m. Maybe I'm just left out. Number 6, how are you is a serious question. This is great. Maybe you've already run into a German acquaintance and wondered why you get a 15-minute monologue on the person's health, finances, personal life after greeting them with a simple, how are you? I think a lot of you guys know that Americans love small talk. And we love this kind of little just superficial nonsense banter. So if you see somebody that you know on the street or wherever in passing, you say, hey, how are you? They'll say, good. How are you? Great. How are the kids? Great. How's work? Great. Everything's good. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, awesome. Good to see you. Bye. And then you walk out. It's almost like a rehearsed, practiced, choreographed.
And it feels so terrible, and I hate it. When I go to the gym, sometimes the front desk person says, how are you? Without making eye contact at me. Like, hey, how are you? Have a good workout. I'm like, please just stop talking to me, because it's worse to say, how are you, without really meaning it. Like, it's okay to do the fake small talk and act like you mean it, but if you're not even going to pretend, what's the point in even saying it? They're like, how are you? I'm terrible, actually. Thank you for asking.
Scripted interaction. But in Germany, if you say, how are you? Get ready to talk, because people are going to tell you actually how they are. Sometimes now when I talk to people who are Greek, some of my German friends will say, hey, how are you? And then they'll say, are you giving me the American how are you or the German how are you? And depending on how I'm feeling or how long I want to talk, I'll tell them, this is an American how are you? Just say good. Number 7, Germans actually do have humor. I know, it's hard to believe, but Germans do have a great sense of humor, and they love to have a good laugh. Yeah, I don't know where this perception or stereotype came from, that Germany is so serious and has no humor and is just so 100% strict, no laughing, no smiling all the time. Because I did have that perception before I came here, and that's just not true at all. German people are hilarious. They have this very dry, direct sense of humor where you will get made fun of for things that you might actually be self-conscious about and are true, right to your face, and they'll be very direct. And it's funny. Mostly funny if you're not the one getting made fun of. But sometimes it's funny if you're getting made fun of. Sometimes it hurts your feelings.
Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire and get them back. I've actually been watching some German fitness vloggers, and especially recently, I really got into this one guy's channel, and this really blew my mind because I've hung out with Germans, of course, and they do like to make jokes a lot. But in this, it really opened my eyes. Like, what are people talking about when they say Germans don't have humor? Because it's literally like every other sentence is this German guy is making a joke about something, and I know he might be a little extra funny, but like even in general, it made me realize like yeah, Germans are always like joking about something. And then you guys saw recently I reacted to a video about what do the British think of Germans. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. But a lot of them were like, oh yeah, they don't really have much. Some of them were like they don't have much humor. What people don't realize is, guys, you don't speak German. So how are you going to say that they don't have a sense of humor if you don't even know what they're saying? I'm watching these videos with subtitles, and that's what really opened my eyes. I'm like, damn, this guy is funny as hell. He makes a joke every time he opens his mouth almost. So people confuse that. They see the Germans' mannerisms. They see how serious that they can look in their body language and the way they carry themselves, which I agree with. But if you don't know what they're saying, you can't say that they don't have a sense of humor. So apologies on behalf of all foreigners who have said that, because that's some dumb, really stupid thing to say. It's like saying, oh yeah, the Japanese have no sense of humor. No one's going to say that because that language Japanese is so foreign to most of the world. But Germany, since it's in the middle of Europe and it's kind of close cousins with some English-speaking nations as well, then people like hold it to a much higher standard and kind of shit on Germans. And of course, the history and stereotypes associated with that don't help. I know yeah, it sucks, guys. So these people are stupid. Trust me.
And you feel sad, and it hurts your feelings. But mostly it's funny. Number 8, everyone at the sauna is naked. This I've actually heard. I actually have not been to a sauna yet, believe it or not. This topic, I think, deserves an entire video on it at some point when I do have my first German sauna experience.
In the United States, guys, my gym has a sauna, and guess what? Must keep clothes on is a rule. You can't be naked. Complete opposite from Germany, I feel like since everyone's naked, it would almost feel inappropriate to be wearing clothes. Like, we're all human. No one really cares. You know what I'm saying? I think by taking the clothes off, you remove a lot of that. And by keeping everything covered, it's like, ooh, oh my God, you're going to see my... Like, you know, you guys already know. It's so goofy. So the U.S. is the very, like, Puritan, like, oh, we're going to act like everything's... No.
Number 9, people stare at you all the time.
Crazy.
No way. Germany doesn't like to stare. No, I've never heard that or experienced that at all. What are you talking about? That is the most true thing of all of the things I've ever heard in my entire life. Germany loves to stare. It's not like a malicious, like, ooh, why are you here stare or mean stare.
It's a blank stare.
It's just a curious, intrigued stare. But nobody tries to hide it. Like, you know, at home, if I'm staring at someone and they look over and see me, I try to, like, play it off or something, you know? But in Germany, if I turn and look and see somebody staring at me, they stare harder. They double down. It's a very, very interesting habit. I did make a whole entire video about this last year, if you want to check that out. Number 10.
In the United States, if someone catches you staring and you double down, it creates this dialogue in their head. They're like, wait, what's your problem? Why are you looking at me like that? What's up, man? Like, it creates almost a conflict by staring at someone. I'm not even kidding, guys. So when I came to Germany for the first time, it was absolutely jarring at first, being stared at by people. But then I was like, wait, I can stare too. And then I started to really like it. Because staring at people and people watching is one of the most fun things to do. There's so many different types of people. And you just want to, like, look at them, judge them, see the way that they walk, the way that they talk. That's natural human traits. There's nothing wrong with that. So I actually began to appreciate that about Germany, when at first it was something I was like, wait, why are these people staring at me? And then some people were like, oh, they might be staring at you because they think you're attractive. And now I really like when people stare. Someone actually commented that. So let me know if that's true, guys. In Germany, more staring based off attraction. It makes sense, right? That has to be the case.
Cash.
But if someone's really ugly, you might stare at them too. Like, yo, what's wrong with your face? Oh my God.
Is king. Okay, yeah, this one's on every single list about Germany, especially for people who come from countries that use a lot of cards, debit cards, credit cards. I've been more used to that in the past, but living in Germany, and I've commented on this before, getting used to using cash. If you're going to go spend money at a place, going to the ATM and planning out how much money you're going to spend, taking that money out and spending it. And I've said this, it helps you spend less money because you actually, instead of just swiping your card mindlessly all the time, you have to go to the ATM, take out the cash, see the cash, leave your hands, and it makes you think twice sometimes about spending money. So yeah, cash is king, and that's a good thing. Thank you, Yulia, for sending me this article. Very interesting. And let me know your guys' thoughts on.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Yeah, cash is king, and the anonymity. Being anonymous is also very important, especially in today's digital age. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. The cash leaving your hands psychologically would make you really reconsider what that purchase is, if it's worth it. But that was a great video. Definitely brought up some. I feel like I've experienced like all of this from visiting Germany for the most part, but that was well done by him, especially for just laying in bed. Well done. So original vid will be linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.